Have you ever felt like life hit you harder than you could handle? Like you were carrying a weight that nobody else could see, a weight you didn't choose, a pain you didn't ask for? If you're listening to this right now, I want you to know something important. You're here for a reason. This message found you because God wants to speak directly to your heart. And I want to start by telling you a truth most people never hear. Your pain is not a sign of God's absence. Your pain is often the place where God is working the deepest. Let that sink in for a moment. There's a verse that holds so much power, Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. Notice it doesn't say some things. It says all things. The heartbreaks, the disappointments, the nights you cried, the prayers you whispered, the moments you begged God for a different ending. He's working in all of them. But sometimes we don't see it because we're waiting for God to remove the pain. While God is using the pain to reveal His purpose, pain has a strange way of making you feel alone. It makes you think no one understands. It isolates you, makes you question your worth, makes you wonder if God hears you at all. But listen to this promise, Psalm 30 for 2:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. You are not alone. God is closest to you in the very moments you feel the weakest. When your heart aches, He is near. When you feel empty, He is near. When you can't even find words to pray, He is still near. Let me tell you something powerful. Pain is a teacher. Pain is a refiner. Pain is often the birthplace of purpose. Think of Joseph. Everything in his life seemed unfair. Betrayed, sold, falsely accused, forgotten. Yet one day, he stood in a position of influence and said, Genesis 50:20, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, the very thing that tried to destroy him. God used to elevate him, and the same God who worked through Joseph's pain can work through yours. But let's be honest, some pain lasts longer than we expect. Some wounds don't heal overnight, and some prayers seem to take forever to be answered. And it's in those long seasons that your faith is tested the most. But listen to this promise. Lamentations 3:25. The Lord is good to those who wait for Him. Waiting is hard. Waiting feels like silence. Waiting feels like God isn't moving. But waiting is not wasted time. Waiting is where God works on your character, your maturity, your strength, your identity. Do you remember Paul? He asked God 3 times to remove his weakness, his struggle, his thorn. But God answered him differently than expected. To Corinthians 12:9, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Sometimes God doesn't remove the pain because He plans to reveal His power through it. Your weakness is not a flaw, it's an invitation for God to show what only He can do. Let me talk to your heart for a moment. You've survived things that were meant to break you. You've walked through storms you never told anyone about. You've cried tears that only God saw, and yet you're still here. Don't underestimate the strength God has placed inside you. Isaiah 41:10 says, do not fear, for I am with you. I will strengthen you and help you. Not I might, not maybe. He said I will. God's commitment to you is stronger than the pain you feel. Sometimes the hardest part of pain is not the pain itself, but the questions that come with it. Why did this happen? Why didn't God stop it? Why didn't life go the way I thought it would? Let me give you a verse that has comforted millions. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. You don't need to understand to trust God. You just need to understand who God is. Faithful, loving, present, and purposeful. But listen carefully. Your pain will not last forever. There is a promise written specifically for seasons like yours. Psalm 30:5. Weeping may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Night seasons are real, but morning seasons are real too. And even if you're in the darkest moment of your life, God promises a sunrise. Your night is not permanent. Your sadness is not permanent. Your suffering is not permanent. Joy is coming. Light is coming. Healing is coming. Let me share another promise. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future. Even if your present feels painful, your future is still held by God. Your story does not end in brokenness. Your story does not end in loss. Your story does not end in fear. God still has chapters to write. Now listen closely, because I believe this part is specifically for you. There's purpose in what you're going through. Not punishment purpose. Not rejection redirection. Not abandonment refinement. Pain is often God's way of building you for the blessing He already prepared. James 1:3-4 says, the testing of your faith produces perseverance, so that you may be mature and complete. In other words, you're becoming stronger. You're becoming wiser. You're becoming who God created you to be. Your pain is shaping you into a person who will handle blessings with maturity, compassion, and humility. And now I want to close with the words of Jesus himself. John 16:33, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Trouble is guaranteed, but victory is guaranteed too. Not because of your strength, but because of his death. So hold on. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. God is with you in the pain. God is working through the pain. And God will one day use the pain as part of your testimony, because the moment God steps in, your pain becomes purpose. Your story becomes strength. Your struggle becomes victory. And your life becomes a living reminder that God never wastes pain. God bless you.